Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, I'm going to be taking you guys through a new updated and revised guide for the Very Hard Shiva Fight for all of you new players out there that are trying to beat it without a lot of the weapons that we had the opportunity of getting along the way here. Alright, so I'm going to go over to summon quests, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to take down this fight without any Fire Arcanum sets or anything super rare at all. Alright, so I'm going to be going down here to the Trial of Shiva Very Hard. Okay, I'm going to be switching away from this team. And which team am I going to be running? I believe it's this one. Yes. Alright guys, so this is going to be the team I'm running for Shiva. As you guys can see, it has a power of 186,000. I'm going to be running Red 13, Matt, and Yuffie. And my highest OB level weapon in the main slot is the Core Defender with the Magic Defense Up AoE for Matt. Other than that, my strongest weapon is at OB4, and they're all weaker than that. And my main fire weapon is only an OB2 Rage Caller with 480% physical fire damage. So as you guys can see, this is more than doable. Alright, so when you first start this fight, you are going to be faced with two sets of adds. You'll be facing a Sahagin, some Castanets, a Sahagin Prince, and a couple Ice Bombs before you finally get to Shiva herself. Shiva is immune to poison, so unfortunately we can't use Bio. She is immune to Fog and Fatigue, but she is not immune to Magic Attack down, Physical Attack down, Magic Defense down, or Physical Defense down. She uses many element magic attacks. Fire resistant changes based on Force Gauge Ice Age. The gauge can only be depleted with fire element abilities, so it is important to bring characters with strong fire attacks. It should be noted that she takes half of the damage from physical attacks, but up to 100% of the damage from magic attacks. Alright, so that being said, let's get into the team build today. For those of you guys that haven't finished building Ifrit's Hellfire, I am not using any summons, just the regular limit breaks. I'm going to go over the top end build first, and then I'm going to go over the back end build right afterwards. So here I have Red 13. He is running his Hellhound costume for the boost HP, and the Flame Fangs right here for the Fire Ice ability damage plus 15%, and the Fire/Ice resist plus 20%. In the main hand, I'm running the Rage Caller. It's going to be my main fire weapon in this stage. And then in the sub hand, I am running a Magic Attack Break weapon, since Shiva can raise her Magic Attack throughout this fight. This weapon is going to go mid at first cast and high at second cast. For his limit break, I will be running Sled Fang. It has a very fast charge speed, which will break Shiva's physical and magic attack, which I can drop on her right before she does her big attacks. For Matt, I am running the Killer Attire, boost HP and physical attack, but essentially, the costumes are not super important on this. Boost Red 13's physical capacity as much as you can. Matt should be more defensive/HP based, and Yuffie is going to be running as a buffer. Matt's primary weapon is going to be the Prime Number, because he is our primary healer in this fight. And then his secondary weapon will be the Core Defender, which raises magic defense for all allies. Shiva hits with some very strong magic attacks in this fight. His limit break is going to be the Gigantic Shield, which can raise physical defense and magic defense for the team. Last but not least, we have Yuffie running the Winter Moogle costume for the HP and the buff debuff extension. That is because she is going to be our main fire imperiler. She is going to be running the Boomerang at OB1, which can take the fire resistance down to mid and then high on the second cast. Her starting weapon is going to be the Arctic Star, which raises the physical attack of one ally and then the physical attack of herself. So when she casts this, it's automatically going to target Red 13 if you're running on semi-auto mode, and then also boost her. So it's important to pair her with another physical attacker like Red 13 here. Other than that, her limit break is going to be Clear Tranquil, which boosts physical attack and magic attack for all allies. So a lot of buffs and debuffs going on here, but honestly, since our damage is a little bit lower, it's really going to help out a lot, and we're going to slowly take her down throughout this fight. Now, in terms of materia, I am running a Cura in the main slot for Red 13 with a high physical attack percentage here. You are going to want to run 2 healing Asuna Fogs because she will AoE fog your team 2 times in this fight, and to just put 1 fog on 1 character is going to really hold you back both defensively and offensively. So both on Matt and Yuffie here in their first slot, you'll see that I have a healing Asuna Fog. Now for the second slot for Red 13, I have a Thundara Blow, mostly for the physical attack right here. I won't be casting it as an offensive ability. For Matt, I have a Fire Blow for lowering Shiva's ice gauge. All right, and for Yuffie, a Fire Blow for lowering Shiva's ice gauge. So every character can hit fire damage, which is important. Last but not least, as you guys can see down here, her sigil is Circle, so I am running 3 Circle Ruin Blows right here, 2 physical ones on Matt, and 1 4-star magic one on Yuffie, just for the better stats right here. Now I'm going to go into the back end, I'm going to explain the sub-weapons and their stats, and then we're going to get into the fight today. So Red 13 has a power of 68,000, 9.5k HP, 2.3k physical attack, 144 physical defense, 103 magic defense. His R abilities are as shown here and here, all right, for you guys to check out. And his sub-weapons are going to be Glenn's Crew Kicker for the HP fire potency, Sephiroth's Radiant Edge for the physical attack fire potency, and the free event weapon Hellhouse Caller for HP and physical defense. Moving over to Matt, he is sitting at 59k power, 7k HP, 1.8k physical attack, 2.1k magic attack, 100 physical defense, and a whopping 179 magic defense. He has almost 2200 healing. His R abilities are as shown here and here for you guys to check out. All right. And his sub-weapons are going to be the Guard Stick, which is the best healing R ability weapon in the game. So this is to focus his healing. Secondary slot, Chocobo Staff for the healing / magic defense. And last but not least, the Bahamut Knuckles for the magic defense / HP. These 2 weapons are free weapons. You can farm this one from Bahamut. This one was from an event that has already passed, unfortunately. And the Guard Stick is something that can be wishlisted, but I don't recommend it. Let them come to you naturally. All right, last but not least, we have Yuffie Kisaragi. Power level 59,000, 7.5k HP, 2.5k physical attack, 107 physical defense, 108 magic defense. Her R abilities are as shown here. So she does have some physical attack, some fire potency, some buff debuff extension, and some ice resist in her kit. Going to her sub-weapons, we have the Crystal Sword Z for the boost attack fire potency, the prototype Crimson Blade for the attack and the fire potency, and last but not least, the free Ifrit Sword, which is a great weapon, boosts HP and ice resistance plus 40. So that ice resistance is really going to make up for her lower defensive stats. All right, guys, well, that is going to sum up the team going into this. I'm going to drop my stamina usage back down to base, and we are going to go straight into this fight against Shiva. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to take this down so that you will have no problem going about this in the future. All right, guys. So at the beginning, I'm just going to let this run on semi and faster speed. You're essentially just going to be DPSing everything down. Yuffie can fire Imperil if you want to more quickly kill everything, especially because the castanets can raise their fire defense up or their regular physical defense up considerably. So if you are running a magic fire user, you're going to eat through these guys pretty easily. All right, here we go. And just make sure you're using Matt to keep everyone's HP fully topped off throughout these initial sets of mobs before you get to Shiva. The last thing you want is to get to Shiva and be at half HP, so that is super important. All right, here we go, almost there. All right, there's the first set of ads. Here we are coming up on the second. I'm gonna take the Sahagin Prince out first. All right, we're gonna fire Imperil him down and just do as much damage as we can. All right, now the bombs will start to cast a self-destruct once they hit half HP. So make sure you're ready to take them out as soon as they get close to half HP. All right, there goes the first one. Now we're on the second one. As you guys can see, I am imperiling both of them just to make it easier to kill them. All right, here we go. All right, now we're heading into the Shiva fight. I'm going to slow this down for you now since these aren't the ads. All right, there she is in all her beautiful glory. All right, so let's slow this down. First thing I am going to do is debuff her. All right. And we're just going to start to slowly take down that fire gauge she has. All right, so Red 13 is going to use Blaze Rush. Yuffie is going to Fire Imperil her. There's the fog, all right? So as soon as that goes off, you're going to want to heal through this as quickly as you can. All right, here we go. Almost there. And Red 13 will drop the magic attack break on her right there. So we do have the fogs fully removed. All right, and we are going to take her first attack right here. All right, other than that, we're just going to go straight back into slowly reducing her fire gauge right here. I'm going to take that Fire Imperil to high and do as much fire damage as we can right here, even going so far as to use Matt as a DPS temporarily. Okay, here we go. And I'm just going to keep on going for some damage right here. I am going to save the limit breaks for right when she does her next attack. I'll hit everyone with an AoE magic defense right here just to lower her damage in the meantime. Alright. Now we need to make sure we get this gauge all the way broken as quickly as we can. So everyone is going to be doing some fire attacks right here. Make sure you get it all the way down. Alright, here we go. Almost there. Matt is going to get everyone back up to full health. Alrighty. Yuffie's going to reapply the Fire Imperil. Red 13 is going to keep on doing Blaze Rush. Alright, and once you break that, you are going to stun her. So make sure you get as much damage right now as you can. Reapply your buffs and just open up on her a little bit right here. We're going to lower her HP as much as possible right now. So Yuffie's going to stack that Fire Imperil up to high. Alright. Red 13 is just going to keep on doing as much damage as he can. And Matt will periodically go back and forth between healing and DPS. Now she's going to go into her Heavenly Strike Sigil Break. Alright, so we're going to definitely want to break this because if you don't, you are going to take a strong Heavenly Strike to a single target character. She is targeting Red 13, as you guys can tell by this little target right over here by his name. Alright, and now we're going to open up on her. Matt is going to get a heal off, but we are going to want to completely lower her magic attack down, so I'm going to switch to Red 13 and use Frenzied Fang over and over. Alright, making sure that her Imperil is still up. Alright. Red 13 is just going to need to do one more to get her magic attack into the negative, while Matt is going to get everyone back up to full HP right here. Okay, and now once again we are going to continue to break this fire gauge. Alright, so it's almost down. Alright, here we go. I'm going to throw an Amulet Tribute and a Feisty Spirit to raise Yuffie's and Red 13's physical attack. Alright, and now we're going to try and get the last part of this gauge fully broken. Almost there. Alright, this should do it. Alright, which hopefully stuns her. There we go, it is going to stun her. Before we go into damage, I am going to heal everyone back up to full. And now I'm going to reapply the Fire Imperil and continue DPSing her as we were doing before. Alright, so we've gotten her under half health. As you guys can see, doing the fight this way is going to be relatively chill, and I'm not using any Fire Arcanum set or costume / weapon. Alright, here we go. Now we just need to break this Ice Age one more time, and we should be off to the races. Alright, so there is the fog again. Alright, and the Diamond Dust is coming. Okay, so at the very end, right before that goes off, I am going to cast the Limit Breaks, Sled Fang, Clear Tranquil, and Gigantic Shield. This is going to reduce her magic attack. Alright, raise our magic defense, and then boost our physical offense for that when we finish taking this Diamond Dust from her. Alright, I love running a full support slash debuffing team. It's pretty fun. You lose DPS, but it makes it so that you can basically tank through anything. All right, here we go. Here comes her Diamond Dust. And as you guys can see, because of how well we're buffed up and how low she's buffed, we're going to be able to tank it pretty well. All right, after that, we're just going to go straight back to damage. Yuffie is going to continue doing fire blows until that Imperil wears off. Okay, we've taken rid of all of the fogs, and she's looking pretty low on health. So we should be able to clear this in the next minute or so, as long as everything goes well from here. All right, Matt is going to cast another heal. And Yuffie is going to reapply the Fire Imperil. Make sure that Fire Imperil is on the entire time. If you don't have a Fire Imperil weapon, definitely bring the Fire Breach Materia. It will serve you well in this fight. Alright, there's the stun. And we should be good to go on killing her right now. So everyone's just going to switch over to DPS. And we are going to take her down. It's honestly really that simple, guys. You don't need anything crazy that you may have missed so far. You just need a few certain things in your kit so that you can lower her magic attack, raise your magic defense, although that one is not entirely necessary. The breaking magic attack on Shiva is entirely necessary, however. These characters do great for me. So as you guys can see, I'm not running Sephiroth, I'm not running Aerith or Tifa or Cloud or even Zac, any of the major hitter players. Yuffie is a great one, but she's mostly just a buffer in this one. That being said, if this video was helpful to you guys today, don't forget to drop a like. And if you're keen on future guides for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, don't forget to sub to the channel. If you guys are looking for a fantastic community of Ever Crisis players where you can ask for help, ask questions, wishlist questions, banner questions, team builds, whatever you're looking for, come join the Curseborn Discord. It is our community. There is a link in the description of every video I post. I hope to see you guys there. I hope this video was helpful to you guys today. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care and peace.